All right, guys, I want to show you a really important foundational abdominal exercise that I like to teach to all my clients today. It's called the hollow hold. That terminology actually comes from gymnastics because this is a really important move that gymnasts use to support their lower back while they're doing all kinds of flips and spins through the air when there's all kinds of torque forces going on their lumbar spine. So to perform the hollow hold, it's important to have a little prerequisite skill. Start by lying on your back, knees bent, and without tensing your thighs, without planting any pressure into your feet, think about flattening your lower back to the ground. So rather than having the natural neutral lumbar curve here where I can fit my hands on my back, I'm going to press my lower back into the floor. And what this is doing, this is engaging my abdominals, tilting my pelvis posteriorly so that my lumbar spine presses to the floor. And it's important to make sure you don't put any weight on your feet and you don't tense your thighs, because otherwise you can just push with your legs and do it, and you're not using your abdominals at all. So I like to have everyone start with this exercise from day one when they start working with me, because this is really, really important for pelvic stability when you're lifting weights. Now, getting back to the hollow hold exercise, which is a more advanced version of the same movement, what you want to do is bring your knees to your chest, lift your head and shoulders, and kind of hug into a tight ball. This is the starting position. So right now, you can feel that your hips are maximally posteriorly tilted. Your hips are tucked, your lower back is pressed to the ground. So I've got all the arch out of my lower back, my hips are tilted, my trunk is shortened like the top of a crunch. You're going to keep that positioning. So my lower back is pressed into the ground, I'm going to keep it pressed into the ground, and I'm going to slowly extend my arms and legs away from each other as far as I can get without getting any arch coming into my lower back. So for me right now, that's right about there. And you can hear my voice shake because when you get to the end of your range, it's tough. And we're gonna hold this exercise for time. So right now I'm using all my abdominal strength to push my lower back into the ground, stretching out as far as I can while still able to hold that. And I have to do this for 30 to 60 seconds, generally 2 or 3 sets. If you're doing it right and as far as you can, it's very challenging. And now, oftentimes I watch people, and as you get tired, your back might start to arch a little. If that happens, bring the levers in a little bit. Shorten that extension so that your abs can keep that posterior pelvic tilt, keep your lower back pressed to the floor. So give that guy a shot. It's a great exercise for building that lumbopelvic control so that you can start to really enjoy taking some of the load off your lower back when you're doing some of these heavy exercises like overhead presses or squats that are loading that lumbar spine.